Hello and welcome to ThePapare.com, Sri Lanka's number one sports hub, your trusted cricket source in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka cricket has been very disappointing for the past few days. We've lost the series with a game to spare against Bangladesh. Bangladesh, their first time winning a series against Sri Lanka. To discuss about the second game and about the series, I've got Farveez Maharoof with me as always. Farveez, welcome to the show. Very disappointing, isn't it? As a former cricketer, seeing Sri Lanka losing against Bangladesh for the first time, and the way Sri Lanka lost, that's the biggest concern, isn't it?
Hi, Damith. Yeah, to say the least, disappointment is that's the least I could say. Especially the performance put in the last couple of games with in patches doing well, but when it comes in, it's just I've lost for words. Basically, just watching on TV, just lost for words. I mean, to be honest, very disappointed. As you said, first time losing to Bangladesh in a series, bilateral series, it's never easy, and also the way of losing, the method of losing without any fight. That's what concerns me the most. I mean, when you play for the national team, pride's always at stake. You need to should go out there, show some fighting spirit, which I thought any yesterday, especially when it came to batting. Yes.
Is it a mental thing, Farviz, or is it a technical thing, especially batting against the spinners? We know Mehdi Hasan and Shakibul Hasan are very good spinners, but I thought our guys had no clue whatsoever in tackling them.
I think bit of both, Damit, definitely. I mean, we keep saying, for the past so many years, we don't play good spinners well, and that is, we that's what we seen the last couple of games, especially the way we got out to especially to these two spinners, Mehndi and Shakib Al Hasan. I mean, there's no rocket science. There's finger spinners. Of course, they bowl well, but you got to be able to neglect all those. Basically, we as cricketers, we grew up playing in spinning tracks. We understand how to play spin. Some of the way the batsman's getting out, not feet moving the feet and getting stuck in one end, and also a technical side of it. Yes, I see some faults, and also mental part of it, not playing the spin as well. And once a team gets over it, once opponents knows that they don't play spin well, they'll obviously make it a hard with not giving easy singles. And rotating the strike has been the main issue in one day cricket. You cannot have more than 120 balls of dot deliveries to win a game, and you need to somehow to rotate the strike. And most of the time, because of the top order failing, and there's so much pressure to the middle order batsmen, and also there are two inexperienced batsmen in the middle as well. I mean, it's not helping their cause as well as the youngsters, because the guys who have experience in international cricket for a while keep failing by giving their wickets away. I mean, it's a fine line between fearless and careless, and we have there already some of the dismisses what I've seen. It's almost like gifting away, which is not good enough at this level.
Of course, not good enough at all in this level. Sri Lanka cricket losing this series already with one game to spare. Farviz, we've had the opportunity from the fans. They've sent in a lot of questions. We'll go for the first one: partnerships and anchoring the innings. Sri Lankan players aren't skilled enough to do this. Sinet Ratnaik have asked this question. Farveez, partnerships and anchoring the innings. One player sticking around from that top order. What did you see of that?
I think they're definitely good enough to do that. I mean, they understand. I mean, they've done so well in domestic cricket, 18 levels, building up to the national team. But thing is, when under pressure, that's where it mostly counts, and you need to show intent. That's why I see our guys keep failing when under pressure. It's you could see from TV that something is going to happen. That sort of mentality has been hit. Unfortunately, I understand. One player should bat at least to the 40th, 45th over. That's what Mushfiqur Rahim does. And who's going to do that job for us? I'm pretty sure Kusal Mendes, all these guys are assigned to do that job. but they keep failing by missing out on straight deliveries. And even yesterday, some of the deliveries of the middle order batsmen were just gun barrel straight. So partnership. Of course, it's something that any format of the game you should have, even though it's bowling or batting. But if you are not good enough to do it, you can't do it. As I said, when an opponent team understands this team is under pressure, they will definitely not let the pressure go away but easily. They keep on piling the pressure. That's a mark of a good team. That's what exactly Bangladesh is doing. And going forward with the series, what we have to play, England, Australia, the 2020 World Cup, then the Indian series, India is coming here. So it's not going to be easy. So, somehow or other, you need to come out of this little box what the players are in. And how to do it, it's among yourself. You speak to yourself, look at the mirror as individuals, and the individuals, I'm pretty sure they know they're good enough, but just that they're not delivering in the middle, simply saying, succumbing under pressure, it's about, mental toughness. You need to be tough much more to play international cricket.
Of course, that's the answer from Farveez. We'll go for the second one. Should Pathum Nissanka stick only to Test cricket? Are we making a mistake by playing him in all three formats? He has failed in the five ODI innings he has played. Farveez, Banu Manura has sent in this question. What do you reckon?
I mean, it's a tricky one, to be honest. I mean, it's very early to evaluate a player with only 5 games. What I've seen from Pathum Nisang in the 5 games he have played, I mean, it shows definitely inexperience, but he has all the qualities and the techniques to succeed. But just that, we have seen him in domestic cricket, in A-team cricket, he has done well in 50-over cricket. But just that, international standards, he just couldn't be delivered. So, if is it, too early? I feel it's too early to call Pathum Nisanga, just a test player. But, at the rate we are going, I see some changes happening pretty soon. I mean, you just can't let a series just losing the way we are doing. I mean, there's no fight, and also, we are also got to understand is some of the seniors has been kept away, omitted from selection and giving a youngsters a chance. So this is the ideal chance for youngsters to grab that opportunity and stamp the authority in the team. So if they're not doing it, we are facing huge problems going forward.
Of course, we'll go in for the third and final question. Farviz Yoshan Fernando has asked that is it that hard to bat under lights in Dhaka? Will it be the same scenario if Sri Lanka bowl under lights? I thought Farviz, the second ODI, the pitch was much easier to bat on with the rain hovering around. What do you reckon?
I thought it's more to do with the mentality of chasing a score down. I thought, I mean, I agree with you, Damith. The second one day we could look much better than the first one day, because mainly because there was a wet ball as well with some rain interruptions and the ball skidding on. I mean, the second innings yesterday I didn't see much spin, but just that when team was under pressure, some of the dismissals were very soft. I mean, you cannot gift away cheap wickets in one-day international cricket, especially. So it's not difficult to technically to bat in the second innings, but when the pressure is on, that's where all our players succumb to the pressure. So I reckon it's more to do with the mental part than the tactical part. Sorry, technical part.
Thank you very much, Farviz, for answering these questions. Do send in all the questions after the third ODI as well. We've got our expert answering them. Now we'll move on to the third ODI. We played the same team for the first two games. Do you see any changes happening, especially considering that we've got a certain Niroshan Dickwella in the bench who scored about 80 odd runs in that practice game?
I think he'll definitely be a contender. I mean, as I said, players who are getting the nod to go ahead in the first instance should understand to stamp the authority by scoring runs. So I reckon Niroshan Dickwella will be someone in the consideration for sure. A player like Chami Karunaratne will be under consideration, if you ask me. And also either Bindo Fernando, Asitha Fernando will be under consideration. So lots of different, but I mean, it's unfortunate we are falling into these situations. I mean, when you pick a team, you would love to give at least two, three, minimum three games for a player to be given to a player to evaluate a player. But the way we are losing, especially as a team, doesn't help the cause. Especially, we understand it's all points that we need to take for automatic qualification for the World Cup. So, we cannot compromise even more now. So I guess some tough calls will be taken, as well as some unhappy faces will be there. But saying that, that's part of the game. I mean, you should be able to when you get the chance to stamp your authority. So unfortunately, these guys getting it, unfortunately, can't do it for so many reasons.
We've spoken at length about batting. Farveez bowling. Were you happy with the way Dushman the Chamika bowled, especially in the first stages of the game? He's back to his best form. Do you reckon?
Yeah, definitely the shining player for me in the entire team. I mean, the way he bowled with the new ball, with the old ball, setting the tone up front, it's magnificent to see. I mean, he has hit a purple patch, so it's important to keep him fresh, keep him fit for a longer period. I mean, he has a history of getting injured, so the management should look after him well, so that we could prolong his career, because lots of cricket coming up in the entire year. So it's important to look after bowlers such as Dushman Chamika, who's in his peak. And also, rest of the bowlers, I thought, spinners did decently well. Manid Wasranga, as always, steady, consistent. Sandakan picked up 3 wickets. That's his job. I mean, you could have a bowler in the team where you could give away leverage of giving away 55 to 60 runs, but at least 2, 3 wickets has to be taken. So I think Sandakan did that job. Isrudana called, uh, to setting the tone. First over itself, 15 runs doesn't set the tone, but Dushman Chamika came and picked up those 2 wickets, ducked the Bangladeshi. So consistency in everything is lacking. Even spinners need to be more consistent. Fast bowlers, except for Dushmanta, the other two has to their experience should be doing much more to the team, as far as I'm concerned.
All right, Sri Lanka will not be coming back with any trophies, but they have the opportunity to come back with 10 points in this Cricket World Cup Super League. Farveez, in the old days, we know the third game, if the first 2 games are being won by one team, it's called a dead rubber. But now there's no dead rubbers
No.
whatsoever. What can you say about the third game? What can you tell the fans and to the players also?
I think dead rubber word only can be used in domestic cricket, as far as I'm concerned. When you're playing for the country, pride at stake. Whatever game you play, you're playing representing the country. So you're representing 22 over million people. So you have a duty to go out there and give you 100%. So you give you 100%, you fail. You understand that cricket is a game. You can't predict things happen. I mean, class is permanent, form is temporary. But the body language, what I'm seeing, especially that what worries me, that what hurts me, especially giving away the wicket so cheaply. This is what hurts not only me. I'm pretty sure most of the country will agree with the fight being shown. You lose, you win. That's part of the game. But you go out there, give your 50%, fail, that you. So as I said, the entire team should rally around. No word called dead rubber when it comes to international cricket representing the country, and also to add more spice to it. It's 10 points, for World Cup qualifications. So that's itself gives a lot of motivation. If some feel that there's not enough motivation, so I reckon put your problems away, put your forms away, just go out there, give your 150%, and see how it goes. I mean, back yourself. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the management would do their best to get these players up and running again. And whoever gets a nod to go out there and represent Sri Lanka in the next game should make sure they do exactly that.
Of course, they should definitely go for that win in that final game. Thank you very much, Farveez, for joining with us. We hope to hear from you after the third ODI, hopefully with very good news from Dhaka. So that's it on this show today. We hope to hear more from our fans and hopefully a better performance by the Sri Lankan team in the third and the final ODI, which will be played on the 28th of May. So stay tuned to ThePapare.com, bring you all the news, videos, photos, and reviews from Sri Lanka's tour of Bangladesh 2021. Thank you for watching.
For premium content and exclusive member benefits, subscribe to thepapare.com today.